Thank you for tuning in once again to Devotions with Brother Aaron. I'm so glad that you're here. I have entitled today's devotion, Pink Unicorns. Now, how do y'all like that for the title of a religious Christian devotion? Pink unicorns. I don't believe pink unicorns exist on Mars. In fact, I don't believe pink unicorns exist on Earth. And if you really want to get down to it, I don't believe they exist, period, anywhere. The natural consequence of my unbelief in pink unicorns is that my mind is not preoccupied with the thoughts of them. If you want to believe in pink unicorns, then that's your business. I don't have a problem, per se, with a person believing that something doesn't exist or is not real. However, what blows my mind is when atheists become evangelistic with their unbelief. And they try to persuade others that something they believe does not exist doesn't exist. If I truly believe that pink unicorns don't exist, then why in the world would I spend my time, resources, and make it my life mission to convince people that what I don't believe exists doesn't exist? Mind-boggling, isn't it? If I don't believe something exists, then it should not control me. Herein is my problem with atheism. It's not so much the fact that people say they don't believe God exists that bothers me. It's the fact that they want to convince others that what they don't believe exists doesn't exist. Again, they have become evangelistic in their unbelief. Why would an atheist be evangelistic in their unbelief in God? I believe the answer is that despite all their logic and reason, they cannot fully reconcile the simple facts regarding our existence. To come to a belief in a creator God, all one has to do is look around. The simple truth is that mankind did not create the world in which we live. Here's the simple truth. Something cannot come from nothing. As one looks around, common sense dictates that nothing could not produce the sun, the moon, the sky, water, or even the life we are living. There had to be a creator God. Now, I am unashamedly a Christian and believe in the Bible and the biblical account of creation. However, if I did not believe, as I do now, I would still have to believe in a creator of some shape, form, or fashion. And I quickly surrender the point that I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, nor am I the brightest crayon in the box. However, I am smart enough to know that mankind didn't create life nor the world in which we reside. I once heard somebody say, regarding the Big Bang theory of creation, that the odds of it actually having happened would be equal to a tornado hitting a junkyard and a fully assembled, functional 747 jumbo jet being the result. My point is that nothing regarding our existence is random. None of this just happened or is the result of evolution. Stop and think a minute. It takes more faith to believe in the Big Bang theory or evolution than it does to simply believe the Genesis creation story where it says, "In the beginning, God created." Again, it takes more faith to believe in a Big Bang theory and evolution than it does to simply believe the creation story in the book of Genesis. Now, speaking of evolution, it always amazes me that scientists somehow believe that if they can make something old enough, it makes their absurd claims palatable. Have you ever noticed they will say something like, billions and billions of years ago, thinking that if they can make something far enough in the past, it somehow becomes plausible. Well, the only problem with that is this: it just ain't so. Again, why do atheists feel the need to convert others to their unbelief? I think it's because at the very essence of their being, they realize there has to be a creator God. But if they surrender that fact, they must also embrace the possibility that there is a heaven and a hell. Furthermore, they must acknowledge that heaven is for those who believe in Jesus Christ and hell is for those who don't. Therefore, instead of acknowledging Jesus Christ, they seek converts to validate their unbelief. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. No, I don't believe in pink unicorns, but I do believe in Jesus Christ. How about you? Lord, I pray today that you would help us to simply embrace the reality of who you are. You are who your word says you are. There's no question that we can really raise against that. And God, we just need to accept you for who you are. And Lord, when we do that, Lord, then you'll take us as flawed as we are, and you'll work your miracles in us and create us and help us to be what you want us to be. God, help us to receive this today. And I ask this in your name. Amen.